Welcome back, everybody, to the Cajun 6 Dynasty. Kicking today's episode off with a little simulation here. La Tech beating Georgia Southern 37-14. Good win by 23 points. I'd definitely say that's a good win. Southern 0-2 in conference play, taking on Tulane, who is 2-0. And Southern pulls off the upset, 41-21. That was a beatdown. You can see what they did in the third quarter there with 14 points. That kind of sealed the deal. Tulane was in the driver's seat. They had everything working for them to win this conference. And to drop one like that against Southern, it just gives ULM and Louisiana a little bit more of an opening to possibly win this conference. You can see the totals there for Southern with Marquise Hendricks, 29 of 50 for 367 and 4 touchdowns. DeClercq was good too, 3 touchdowns, no turnovers, but it just wasn't enough for Tulane's defense to shut these guys down. They lose by 20. So ULM against UL Lafayette, very, very tough matchup here for both teams. A lot on the line as well. Louisiana also has that opening that we talked about with Tulane. They were 2-0. Raging Cajuns 2-0 as well. If they can beat ULM to push us to 1-2, we're basically done at that point. It's hard to recover and get help from a team that's staring down 3-0 if you're UL Lafayette. So very, very tough matchup here for both squads. Very, very pivotal matchup for Cajun 6 standing. So we get the football first here. We've got 3rd down and 1. Clutch grab there by Lucas Bannerman Jr. for a first down. Good for 10 yards right there. We do need to get the running game going here with Billy Tomlinson. He's been really, really good these last couple of weeks. So our running game is starting to find its identity here. And Billy T is going to pick up yet again another first down. So a couple first downs for him on this lone drive. Here's a pass up the middle in the end zone. Touchdown, Franklin Polanco, good for 18. Can't get too excited because there will be a lot of scoring here, right? So what's one touchdown compared to the last? They're all the same at this point. 3rd down and 6 here for Elliott Sandage and the Raging Cajuns. Pass will be completed to Stephon Johnson out of bounds. And ULM will get the football back here. So Ferdinand Giroux, deep bomb to the left. That is T.O. Gardner. We can get excited about this one. Touchdown, Warhawks. Good for 71. Totally beat the man coverage right there, the press coverage. And the rest was history. T.O. Gardner with the speed. And we're up 14-0. Elliott Sandage, good running quarterback. But we have to watch out for this because the dude can break off some tackles. Very tough guy to bring down. Good for 31 yards on the rushing attempt there. 2nd down and 2 for Sandage. Little bit of pressure, not too much though. Jenkins Holt, little premature dive right there. Brad Smith, good for 17. 3rd and 4 situation. Sandage, wow, how do you catch that football, Stephon Johnson? You're a machine. 1st and goal now for the Raging Cajuns. We've got a little lateral happening here, a little option, but the ULM defense is there. We knock it backfield, and Xavier Jackson scoops it up, and he's gone. That's a 21-0 lead for our Warhawks. We're making a statement here, guys. We're making a statement. You guys think you're number 16? No, we're probably ranked a little higher than you are. For real, we've had tougher competition this season. So 21-0, Sandage got to put the team on his back here. Here's Oliver Cloutier with the catch on the slant route, and he's gone. Nobody's going to catch him. 75 yards for the Raging Cajuns. They get back into the football game just a little bit here, 21-7. But we will get that touchdown back if we get a good return, and we do. Day Dawson, what is happening in these last couple of series? These last couple of plays have been home run hitters for both squads right here. So we get the touchdown back. Day Dawson, we're taking this thing to the house. 28-7. Here's Sandage again finding Brad Smith for a touchdown. The busted off tackle, like we cannot clean these guys up and make good clean tackles, man. 11-11 for Sandage right now. He's having himself a really great game in a crucial matchup, as we've talked so much about. 2nd and 3. Giroux, pass completed to Barnes. Little spin move, busts off the other tackle. Going to get to about the 18-yard line. 1st and 10. Deep bomb over there to T.O. Gardner for another touchdown. This guy has really come into his own the last couple of seasons. Of course, Trevon Baden is our number 1 target. T.O. Gardner, definitely our number 2 target. But man, he is acting like a number 1, a future number 1, and I love to see it. So 1st and 10 after Sandage picks this thing up. He's going to fire out to the right side. That's Stephon Johnson with a big hit put on him, but a catch nonetheless here. So 1st and 10 again. Minute 10. Sandage. Up the middle. John Lloyd, the tight end. Good for 13. Good for the first down. 2nd and 12. Get him. Get him. Get him. Guys, tackle him. What is the deal here? Sandage busts off like 3 to 4 tackles to get into the end zone. We talked about how good he is on the ground. He shows it off yet again, just up the middle, working his blockers, and then he does the rest. I mean, we just cannot fundamentally and soundly tackle this dude. It's crazy. So, pass completed here to Trevon Vaden, good for 11. 7 seconds left. I think we might have time for one more play. We do a little pump fake here on the fake screen to the left side, looking out there for Franklin Polanco. Luckily, that pass will be deflected. And 1 second left on the clock. Field goal attempt here, a very long one. That was a good 50-yard attempt, but we didn't nail it. Just a little bit short there. A little bit short. That's okay, though. It's all right. We take a 35-21 lead going into the second half. I'm happy with it. A 2-touchdown lead, I'm good with it. Only thing is, just got to hang on to it. Just got to hold on for dear life. And I wish that Jenkins Holt was holding on to his jersey. I would have taken the pass interference call versus giving up a 59-yard play right there. So 2nd down and goal. Sandage with the speed option. Good blocking out to the outside. Kurt Higdon good for a touchdown. Down by 7. Uh-oh. They're coming back. Not good. 2nd and 1. Giroux. Little flip here to Tomlinson. Spin move. Beautiful, beautiful move. Billy T showing off the speed, showing off the agility. Nice job right there by Billy Tomlinson. 1st and 10. Giroux. Pass completed into the end zone. Theo Gardner. Man, he's had such a great game, man. Oof. He's coming into his own. 1st and goal. Sandage up the middle for Smith. Another touchdown. So teams are going back and forth here. So they're still in it. 3rd quarter with a minute left. Tomlinson. Spin move. Using his blockers. Still on his feet. Billy Tomlinson good for about 20-plus yards on that run. 2nd and 4. Little screen pass here to Billy Tomlinson. Another couple moves. Look at how fast he is. No one can catch him. He's making everybody just turn around in circles. It's beautiful. Oh, ooh, 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 ooh. Maybe we need to hand off the ball a little bit more, huh? That's a little risky pass right there. Dusty Wheatley almost with the INT, but Joseph will bang this thing through. So 45-35, up by 10. 2nd and 7 here for Sandage in the offense. Look at how he's maneuvering through the traffic in the pocket to pick up 15 yards. 2nd and goal. Read option. Sandage is in the end zone. Another rushing touchdown for him. And ULM slowly starting to see this lead slip away, guys. 3rd down and 2. Pass completed, though, to Lucas Bannerman Jr. He's going to get out to about the 25-yard line. 1st and 10. Tomlinson, good blocking up the middle. He's going to spin his way to the 1st down, gracefully falling his way into the 1st down. Here's Tomlinson again. 1st down one more time. UL Lafayette will call another timeout. 1st and goal. We're not done. We need a touchdown to secure the W. Tomlinson gets it in to the end zone. He's over 100 yards now, 102 to be exact. And now 52-42, we're back up 10. But with a minute 9, Sandage isn't done. You know he's going to keep slinging it. You know he's going to keep firing. Henry Mitchell good for a touchdown. They'll attempt an onside kick. And we will recover. Just got to hang on to it, Franklin Polanco. You've had the fumbleitis issues the last couple of episodes. So he does hang on, and ULM will get this victory. So we're back in the driver's seat now. We're back in the driver's seat. We beat the head honchos in the Cajun 6 right now. So Raging Cajuns fall. They go to 2-1. ULM now 2-1. Tulane 2-1. So now you're starting to paint the picture a little bit that it's a 3-team race for the Cajun 6 conference title. So a lot left to be determined here in the next couple of weeks, but we will do some sim, and we'll have a game against Tulane, our very last game of the season, also being shown here tonight. So really, this episode is just trying to wrap up season number 4 and really lean into the off-season, start getting into that, seeing who's going to declare, who's going to head on out to the New Orleans Saints franchise in Madden 23. So we'll see how that's all going to play out. But overall, great game. Great game. 52-49. It was a back and forth type battle towards the second half, I should say. First half was definitely our half. Like, we won the game in the first half. UL Lafayette won the game in the second half, but they just couldn't quite overcome the drawbacks that they had in the first half, right? So they kind of dropped the ball a little bit there early going. Late in the game, came back. It was a valiant effort by them, but I think we just staked out to too much of an early lead there. So week 14 is a lot of simulation happening here. We got La Tech against Georgia Tech, not really a game that's, pivotal for La Tech or anything. They will lose 31-3, so that kind of gives us a sense of what they might be doing here in the next week when they actually do face another Cajun 6 conference team. So we'll see how that all plays out. But Jose Cheltenham and Grambling State, they get a nice win here over Northwestern, who is not having a great season, but they're a tough opponent because, Cajun 6, Big Ten, which conference would you take? At this point, I'd probably go with Big Ten, but they get a nice victory, 24-14. So a nice win by 10 over a Big Ten opponent. Georgia Tech destroyed La Tech, and at this stage, I don't know if La Tech is going to make it to a bowl game. They had some quarterback issues. They had Cotton, Ferris, Skip Branson was hurt. They were down to their third string quarterback at this point. So yeah, I can see why you lost 31-3. It just really wasn't competitive from the get-go when you start going down like that. But Southern and ULM, this is a huge game. I'm going to simulate this thing. I'm not going to play this one. But ULM should win. We should win. But crazier things have happened in simulation. They've got a good offense, so that's kind of what I'm scared of. They've got Hendricks and Bourgeois and Tubergian and Savage, so some good offensive names there. But if we lose, we fall to 2-2. Southern then moves to 2-2 as well. So you've got 5 teams in this conference with at least 2 wins under the belt. Some crazy things could happen in the last couple of weeks here in Cajun 6 play. But UL Lafayette will beat Tulane. So they move to 3-1. 42-28 victory, scoring 15 points in the fourth quarter. So things got really tight heading into the fourth quarter. But 2 turnovers total for UL Lafayette, 1 fumble, 1 pick. Tulane had 1 pick thanks to Duke DeClerc. But Sandage was a baller. 30 of 39, 357, and 4 touchdowns. Like, he carried yet again with 4 touchdowns through the air. Great game by Sandage, and only the 1 lone interception here. So he also chipped in 63 yards on the ground, spread the love around. You got Stephon Johnson over 100 yards receiving. Had a couple sacks in there as well on the defensive side. So yeah, Raging Cajuns, pretty good team. Gave it everything they had against us, but now it comes down to this game. If ULM loses, I think Louisiana is pretty much your champion for Cajun 6. So I'm like crossing my fingers here. But we do get a win. 45-38. Whoa. That was a little close. A little too close for my liking. Again, very close game all the way up until the fourth quarter where we shut them out. So 0 points in the fourth. That's really what won us this ball game. But we'll take a look and see who the top performers were. I believe it should be Ferdinand Giroux, 560 yards total, but 2 fumbles lost for both teams actually. So 4 turnovers total. Giroux 34 of 48, 5 touchdowns, no picks. I believe he had a couple sacks included in there, so he probably would have fumbled the ball. I think I do look at the rushing totals and just to see who did fumble the ball. We'll go back here and see exactly what happened. But Giroux had a couple carries, 17 attempts. There's a lot of that read option stuff happening here. Theo Gardner had a huge game in gameplay, but in sim only 3 catches here. So yes, I do actually go back. So the 1 fumble came from Tomlinson. Giroux did not fumble the football. So I'm curious, it must have been a wide receiver that may have fumbled the ball because we only had 1 fumble with our running back crew. But yeah, good win over Southern, moved to 3-1 now, and it kicks the can down the road here for next week. So we get Tulane next week, and Louisiana, I'd have to check and see who they get, but I believe they get Southern. I could be wrong on that, but we'll see. We'll see what happens here. But 3-1 ULM, 3-1 Louisiana. Tulane, I don't know if they're still alive because they've already played Louisiana and lost. They played everybody else except us. Like, we're their last team on the schedule. So if they beat us, we go to 3-2. Tulane goes to 3-2. If Louisiana loses, they fall to 3-2. You have basically a three-way tie at that point, and I think it's either your ranking is the tiebreaker or it's wins against common opponents. Not sure exactly what the tiebreaker is, but you guys are going to find out who the Cajun 6 champion is by the end of this video. That much I can promise you. So whatever that tiebreaker is, if that happens, you're still going to know who the champ is. So it doesn't matter. 43-35 victory for La Tech over Grambling State. We'll take a look at the box score in just a moment. There it is. So it is Southern. So Southern against Louisiana. They couldn't pull off the upset against us. Can they pull off the upset against Louisiana? I'm hoping and praying. That means it doesn't matter if we win or lose, but nope. Lafayette will beat Southern 63-44. Talk about a shootout. Oh my God. Maverick Bourgeois there with a touchdown for 65 yards. This is one thing that caught my eye. And we'll take a look at that box score. See how everybody did. So 732 yards of offense for the Raging Cajuns. Oh my God. 605 yards passing for Sandage. Talk about a team that wants it. You know, they want this championship. Look at Caballero, the tight end, man. 4 touchdowns, 200 plus yards receiving. That is ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I don't think I've ever seen a quarterback in this game, sim-wise, throw for 600 yards. I've seen some 400-yard performances, and then sorry, I'm thinking of Darnell Bourgeois. Marquise Hendricks with 500 yards on the dot. Just crazy. You would think that scoring 44 points would win you a game in college football, but Louisiana says, no, we're going to get 63 up on the board and make sure that we win this Cajun 6 championship. But now it comes down to this game, ULM against Tulane. So ULM, we have to win, and at that point, you get the victory, you win the Cajun 6. Simply because you beat Louisiana head-to-head, that would be a tiebreaker in its own right? And now, you can see something different. I'm not playing the game. I want this team to win it on their own. I think we've had a lot of success with this program. We're number 12 ranked at this point. I think we've had probably more success than I think that we deserve because I'm on the sticks, you know? It's user-controlled. College football at some points gets pretty easy. You know, I will lose some games if you're a lesser team, but I want this team to show that we've built them the proper way. You know, like with our custom prospects, with our players like Billy Thompson and Giroux, we've rebuilt the offense. We've recruited some non-custom players for this team, right? How are those guys going to perform defensively, offensively? Is our O-line going to step up? We don't have a lot of offensive line custom players, right? So I'm curious. I'm curious to see if this team has what it takes to be a champion yet again. And so far, we're losing 7-3. Big sack there by Josh Woods. 2nd and 14 here for Giroux and the Warhawks offense. We got a run here for 4. Getting this thing back to 3rd down and 10. Giroux going to sling this out to the right. That would be Billy Tomlinson. Picking up 5. We'll have to settle here for a field goal. So 7-6 game, as long as Joseph can nail this up. And good. And he will. So 7-6 is your score heading into the latter part of the second quarter. Now, Lachlan Chisholm, this dude is very, very tough to tackle. Plus, he's a really good route runner. He's got that Wayne Crabbe in him, I guess. I don't even know if Wayne Crabbe was a guy that broke a bunch of tackles. He's got that Gronk in him, I guess. I don't know. Duke DeClerc with a touchdown, 14-6, 2nd and 5. Giroux, pass complete, a little check down here to Bannerman. He's going to get 7 on the play. 2nd and 5. Giroux, little hitch route, little curl route. There to Franklin Polanco, good for 6. 1st down and goal. Bust off the tackle, get in the end zone. Billy Thompson, good for 4. And we're now down by 2. So we'll end up going for 2. I don't really like this play call this early in the game. Giroux's going to break off the 1 sack, the 1 tackle attempt, but not this next one. Josh Woods, another sack to his credit. 3rd and 4 situation here towards the end of the second quarter, guys. Under a minute now left after a huge catch, a really nice catch. And then in the middle of all of that traffic, ULM defenders, we can't locate the football. Not anybody in the end zone could be looking back at the quarterback. I mean, what is that? Guys, you got to go up and pick the ball off, man. You got to locate the football at that point. 21-12 going into the half. Let's jump ahead here real quick. Tulane kicks another field goal, 24-12 now. Bryce Triplett with a nice tackle for a loss. So our offense kind of stalling out here in the second half. We do get a first down. That's Franklin Polanco, but no, it's stripped. It's a fumble recovered by Tulane, and ULM coughs it up. I think we might just find ourselves in the losing end of this. Nothing seems to be working here in the second half. Not good. And then Joey Spence can't pick this thing off. It was right there. It was right there. I've seen him pick that off in gameplay. User controlled. Come on, Joey. Come on, man. 2nd and 12. Giroux's going to go down for 6. It's now 3rd down and 18. You need this one. You need a first down here. Tough ask, but we absolutely need it. Pass completed. That is Trevon Vaden. We have not seen him in a couple of weeks. It's been a while. It's been a minute. But Vaden will make the catch, and he's just a baller. A little stiff arm right there, getting the first down. Another nice catch there by Trevon Vaden, good for 17. 3rd down and 3. Giroux standing tall in the pocket. Fires, looking for Todd Barnes, I believe. Yes, sir. 18 for the touchdown. 24-18. Now the question is, do you go for 2 there? We won't. 24-19. What a weird looking score that this is. 2nd and 1 after the run by DeClerc. What do we got? DeClerc up the middle. Completed to Raj Patel. Good for 12. 1st and 10. Little handoff here. Looks like Flash Jackson. He's going to get about 10. Be stopped short. Just 2nd down and inches. Here's DeClerc with the option play. Touchdown. Tulane. And with 4:51, ULM is starting to run out of time. So we need a big score. A very fast strike. Get a score. Get the football back after you play some good defense. But time's running out. 2:47. Dixon, the freshman receiver, with a 22-yard catch and run. 2nd and 5. Giroux, pass completed up the middle there for Dixon yet again. So they're finding ways to leave this guy open, it seems. 1st and goal. Tomlinson, good for 3. 2nd and goal. Got to punch this thing in. Giroux with the option. He's going to go down for a 3-yard loss. So what Tomlinson just gained on 1st down, we will go backwards. 3rd and goal. Giroux almost picked off, but instead Doc Gooden decides to deflect it instead of pick it off and go all the way. That gives us another opportunity here. 4th down and goal. Giroux, pass completed, and we're short. We're short. And that, my friends, is going to do it. ULM coughs up this game, coughs up an opportunity to be back-to-back Cajun 6 champions. Now, we've done it twice. We've already done it twice in this dynasty. I was hoping that we would pull this off. That way we can say that we were back-to-back, and we've won 3 out of 4 seasons. But that's not the case. 2-2 is still pretty good. It's hard to win a conference championship. It's hard. But with this team, I feel like we just give these other teams openings. You know, we just don't take care of business when we need to. It's not that we play down to the competition. It's just like sometimes we fall flat on our face. It's weird. And then other times we step up. Like against USC, like a ranked opponent. Like, why did we have to lose that game? Like, why couldn't we have won that game? Possibly sent us into more momentum heading into the last 2 weeks of the year. Gotten highly ranked. We're number 12 right now. We dropped this game against Tulane. We're probably going to be unranked at this point. Team that's 4-7 total. So there's your champion. Raging Cajuns will win the Sun Belt. The Cajun 6 Conference. They went 4-1 in conference, 9-3 total. Really good season for them. Question now is, how are they going to do without Sandage? Because he's going to the pros. He's going to be included in our draft class for the Saints franchise. So what do they do at quarterback? Be a tough question for UL Lafayette. We'll see what they want to do. Now, Heisman race, guys. Joe Neal out of Rutgers wins the whole dang thing. No custom players on that board. No Cajun 6 guys on there. All CPU dudes. I think at this point, I'm just going to have to look at their stats. I'm going to look at the All-American stats. And just because the support of the Saints series and even this series is kind of low right now, not complaining, but I don't want to spend like so much time, all of this extra time creating CPU dudes when you're not even going to remember who Joe Neal even is, you know? I think because he's a Heisman winner and a Walker winner, I think we have to include him anyway. But, you know, maybe like Mike Lewis. I don't know if I would include Mike Lewis. He's a 30 touchdown, 3-pick passer, 2,700 yards, 68%. Pretty good numbers there, guys. But like I said, if you guys aren't going to remember even who Kyle Lewis even is or Greg Bradley, I'm not going to throw him in there. It's a waste of time. And I don't know. I feel like we should probably focus more on the custom players. Just let the draft class be generated by the CPU in Madden, and then just make the custom guys and throw them in the class. I think that makes the most sense. But like mega performers, like Joe Neal, the running back out of Rutgers, which is crazy to me. Rutgers wins the Heisman Trophy. I think we include that guy for sure. Maybe first team All-American guys like Josiah Scott. I'd have to look at his numbers. Jordan McCarty, he's a junior. Maybe he declares, maybe he doesn't. But guys that are custom like Trace Caballero, definitely, if he wants to declare. He's a junior at this point. I think he should. Over 1,000 yards receiving and double digits in touchdowns. Tackle spots, maybe I throw in all the All-Americans on the first team. You know, maybe make the custom class as custom as it can be without getting too crazy, right? Maybe, I don't know. You guys let me know in the comment section what you'd like to see, because you're the viewers, you're the watchers, and I'd love to know what your thoughts are. Also, Day-Day Dawson winning the Return Man of the Year as a freshman only means some good things for him as a wide receiver coming in now that Trevon Vaden's probably gone. I don't know about Teo Gardner. I think he might be coming back. I think he's a junior. I'm not quite sure. But given that this is now heading into season number 5, I think all those guys, all those year 1 guys are done. Unless they have another red shirt available to them. I'm not sure. But let's go to the freshman all NCAA team. We got Duke DeClercq up top. We got Scotty Jenkins-Holt as cornerback number 1. Love that for him. He had 2 interceptions this year, 3 deflections, and 1 forced fumble. Awesome to see. Then, of course, Day-Day with returner for all freshman team. Now, all Cajun 6, pretty good list here, guys. Sandage, Tomlinson, Bruder, Bird out of Southern. I forgot about Dominic Bird, but he produces at a high level. You got a couple of offensive linemen that are not custom players. We'll keep scrolling here, but we've got Bo Kelly, Prince Smith, Hawthorne, Jenkins-Holt. All those guys are custom. Xavier Jackson is a custom. Joseph, the kicker's custom. Now, Ferdinand Giroux, as a 99 junior, is on the second team all Cajun 6. So that's a little unfortunate. I thought Giroux played really well, but Sandage must have been just amazing this season. I mean, we saw what he did in gameplay a lot this year. I think that's well deserved, but yeah, I thought Giroux just had a better touchdown to pick ratio. Maybe the game doesn't value that anymore. But as I'm like really quickly scrolling through here, definitely sped this up in editing through the award winners. This is just so you guys can see. That way, if you see their names come up inside of the Madden franchise, inside the draft class, then you kind of know where they're coming from. But I don't want to spend, like I said, I don't want to spend like too much time on this, just because, you know, we're at a point where you guys aren't going to know who Shane Brooks from Clemson is. I don't even know if that's where he was from. But anyway, so guys, that's going to do it for the video here tonight. Leave a like if you like this thing. I will catch you back here on Saturday for the bowl weeks. We're going to get every single bowl game included. National championship, I think I'm just going to simulate this at this point. Again, the series is kind of dying off just a little bit, and I don't know if I want to kind of waste your time with watching the playoff like we have done in the past couple of seasons. Army, I don't really know what to do with them. So you guys let me know in the comments section what you want me to do with Army. We know that Army's a glitched out team every year. They schedule these really cupcake teams. They got a 2-10 in there. We got a 3-9, a 6-6, couple 6-6s, and they don't really play anybody, right? So Cal, Georgia, North Carolina, all with 1 loss. Plus you got Penn State with 2 losses, but they beat UCLA to win the Big Ten. So it could be an option for us to move Penn State in the 4 slot, Cal be number 1, Georgia be number 2. You guys let me know in the comment section what you would want to see here for a playoff. But again, I don't think I'm going to show it in gameplay. I think I'm just going to straight sim it, and we'll see what the results are. So I think that that's the best route for this series at this point, to kind of move through quickly, get it in, get it out, and just keep moving. We got to keep moving. We got a bunch of freshmen in here as well in the Cajun 6. They have to get to Saints. I want to see them in their pro careers kind of cap this thing off. But yeah, so you guys let me know in the comment section. Guys, that's it. Leave a like if you like this thing. I'll see you back here next Saturday for bowl season and college football playoff. See you in the next one. As always, thanks for watching, and peace.